cluster bombs. They use white phosphorus. They drop 2A bombs. Nothing like having the moral high ground, is there?
Keep it moving, folks. Just stand right at the top of the stairs and go to the front of the march.
Remember Fallujah!
And are just getting ready to set off on their route. The organisations behind today's... I'm standing at the top of the steps outside Temple Station now, looking down at a crowd of hundreds who are carrying stock...
You were expecting more people today?
Yeah, I was. I thought there would be, well, a really big crowd, not like Iraq 10 years ago, but big enough. We haven't had a demo like that since 10 years ago, so possibly it could show a sign of the failure of the anti-war movement. But I also think partly the fact that the government lost the vote in Parliament, people may have got a bit complacent and thought, well, the danger has passed and we're not going to have to, come and demonstrate. The war problem is over. However, I think I don't think it was really, as much as it's good to demonstrate and write letters to your MP, I think the reason this war may not happen or may not happen yet is the movements of the Russian military and the Iranian response and the Hezbollah response. I think people basically were deterring the West.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't want your bloody war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Spend it on the welfare state.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We don't want your bloody war.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Spend it all on welfare state.
Hands off.
Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria!
Hands off Syria! Hands off Syria!
Welcome to Trafalgar Square, this massive demonstration for peace, for non-intervention, for justice around the world. Thank you everyone for coming today. I hope this is the start of a sea change where Britain doesn't automatically go to war when the USA asks it. We don't go and bomb people. Instead, we do solidarity, we do human rights, we do support. We don't send weapons. You don't bomb people in order to bring about peace. You bring about peace by not bombing people. On Thursday in Parliament, it was like the ghost of Iraq and the ghost of Afghanistan and the ghosts of Libya were all walking round the chamber. £30 billion, hundreds of thousands dead, hundreds of British soldiers died, hundreds of people denied their civil liberties, Guantanamo Bay still in existence. The security state of the USA and Britain oppressing people's freedom, civil liberties and human rights, all a consequence of Bush's war on terror in 2001. The vote on Thursday night was a bit of a change to something more rational and more peaceful in the future. But it's not our job to stop here, it's our job to redouble our efforts for peace and for non-Western intervention.
So at the moment it looks like it could be America and France only against Syria.
Well, I mean, this is the irony. I mean, Francois Hollande is supposed to be a socialist. I don't know what kind of socialist launches imperialist wars on, developing countries. So obviously it's a sham. This whole left-right paradigm in the West is a sham. I would even go so far as to say probably the votes in Parliament are not motivated by any democratic feeling, but probably certain interests warning the MPs themselves that we don't want this war.